Hi, everybody. This what y'all want me to read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Warning. The following show is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, harsh topics, absurd opinions, and unrestrained points of view. Listeners' discretion is advised. Any views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and belong solely to this podcast owners and do not represent those of people, institutions, or organizations that the owners may or may not be associated with in professional or personal capacity. Unless explicitly stated, any views or opinions are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, or individual. Thank you for listening.
Oh, y'all serious, huh?
I knew someone that had a great fucking theory on all this shit, dude, and it was a good theory. I liked it. Oh, by the way, before I get into that theory, there's also another part of me that thinks that this is actually a simulation. I don't really want to get into it because I haven't explored it. I haven't explored it enough, but I do believe that this might be a fucking video game, dude. I fucking think it is, because I read a thing one time. I read a fucking stupid ass meme, and it said, what is it? When you're thinking, whose voice are you hearing? Because it's not your voice, because your voice is here. And I was like, oh shit, it's a fucking simulation. Anyway, this person had this theory about karma. We'll go back to the simulation talk. This theory had this person about karma and rebirth and reincarnation and all this shit. And they said that they were saying that life is like a ruler, right? Not someone that rules, but like a ruler, say 12 inches, right? You know what I mean? No, life is like a ruler, right? And if you do good, you go higher up in the ruler. And if you do bad, when you come back, you go lower down on the ruler. And finally, when you come back and you're not a piece of shit, and you learn to fucking accept and love, and you have like the John Lennons of the world, and you have like the Dalai Lama. No, not the Dalai Lama. I heard he's what's this other dude, Gandhi or whatever. Gandhi. You have all these other. You become a selfless fucking being of love. That's when you reach the highest level of the ruler, and you ascend to who the fuck knows, Valhalla. Yeah, it's a nice concept. It's a pretty.
You know what? Not an argument, but a
counterpoint.
It could be a counterpoint, but conversations that I've had with certain people that are supposedly, quote unquote, very religious people.
Yeah.
Right. People that every time I questioned their questioning to me about why I follow certain things and why I don't follow certain things, they always say, oh, but if you don't, then you don't get the key to the golden gates.
Yeah, because
that was the response, right? Yeah. I argue with this point with them. I'm like, look, first of all, you follow something that was created by something that was created thousands of years before your following was created.
Yeah.
And that following was created hundreds of other or millions of other years before that following was created.
Yeah.
But the story continues the same way.
Yep.
So when you say something to me like, if you don't follow this, you're
going to hell.
You're not gonna make it there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And because you're questioning it even more, you're not gonna make it there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're saying they're better than you. They're better than you for being followers.
Yes.
Yes. Oh fuck.
They bash.
Oh my god.
They bash you in the face because you don't want to believe their word.
Yeah.
And and me, at this point, at this age in my life, I do not argue with people like that, and I don't try to feed my opinion or point of view into their face.
Yeah.
I only share my point of view when they ask.
Well, why is it that they're always looking for recruits? That's what I don't get. Because that's what they're out there to do, right? They're out there to fucking recruit you.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're gaining points like a game, like a.
Because it's a simulation. I'm fucking telling you.
They're gaining points like they're playing a video game.
Yeah.
The more people you recruit, the more points you gain.
Oh, dude.
The higher level you get to.
Hey, we've been doing it all wrong, dude. It's a fucking video game. That's the point of the game.
Now tell me this. How many a little bit of cocaine there. How many how many organizations do not use this typical strategy?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. We're gonna create a band. We're gonna create a gang. We're gonna create a group. But in order for you to get to this, you need to do this and this and that, and gain these points, and do this, and get your rank, and blah blah blah, and this, etc.
Yeah.
This type of organization, this type of plot has been going on for centuries.
You know what it's called? It's called a pyramid scheme. Ooh. Dude, I got the same shit from the Jehovah's Witnesses that I got from the motherfuckers that try to get me into Primerica.
You know what I call it? Someone with a big old cock that comes in, and if you ain't got that range of cock, you're fucked. You out of the team.
Hey, that's porno shit, bro.
You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, the one I used to get the Jehovah's with all the time. Sorry, now I'm just bashing, but whatever.
The Jehovah's are the ones you got.
Dude, the Jehovah's one time came to the pad. I was on a hungover one. I opened the door, fucking 8 in the morning. I went to sleep like at 6. I opened the door. I'm still fucked up, right? And they're like, oh, you know, Jesus returned and this and that and blah, blah, you know, the whole thing, the whole spiel or whatever. And I'm standing there. One of my eyes is half closed.
They cut you at the point where you felt like you were dying?
Oh, dude, nah. I felt like I had just crawled up out of hell, dude. I had that fucking...
Oh, they were reaching for you?
Yeah, they were there to save me.
Yeah.
And I told them, hey, I go, so, all right, let me get this shit straight. Adam and Eve were the first people on Earth.
That story, bro.
Yes.
Wow.
I go, okay, but then there was Babylon, and there used to be other religions. Yes. Okay. I go, what about Buddhists? You know that there's like millions of Buddhists in the world that have never heard of Jesus, right?
And Buddhism is not a religion, right? Not a religion.
No, there's a version of it that is a religion. There's like Zen and Buddhism and like enlightenment and shit, but then there's actual Buddhism that has like its hierarchy of gods. Yeah, we could look that shit up. Anyway, so that's what I used to tell them. I'd be like, okay, so you know that there's Buddhists, right? And they'd be like, no. And I'd be like, okay, well, if you were to like, you know, discover the world, you would understand that there's all these religions around the world and there's these guys that are Buddhists. And this is just one example. There's millions of these guys, millions of these folks, millions of these people that are Buddhists that have never heard of Jesus. You're telling me that if I'm a Buddhist and I've never heard of Jesus, but I live a more beautiful and cleaner and more loving life than you, I'm going to go to hell for not following Jesus? And that shit would always just stump them. Oh, no, but if you look in the book right here, no. I want to know what you think.
Yeah. Respond with your logic and reasoning. Don't respond with the book.
I want to know what you think.
Yeah.
And I'd be like this, right? I want to know what you think. And aggressive as fuck.
One eye down and the other one red, bloody red.
And I had a little bit of fucking caked blood right here under the nostril.
Little cake under the nostril.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'd be like, nah, I want to know what you think. You. Put that book down. You as a person. I'm talking to you face to face as a person. I'm not talking to that book. If I want to talk to that book, I'll pick it up and read it.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think. Oh, well, no. And they're trying to regurgitate shit. And I'm like, no. See, that's just what you've read in there. What do you think? What do you think about all the Native Americans that used to live here and had never heard of Jesus until it was introduced to them by a fucking sword and a rifle?
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. That was the end of the fucking conversation. They'd be like, oh, no, well, you know, it'd be great if you just listen to what we have to say. Like, they didn't know how to react to it. And I would always be... And then finally, you know, I'd be like, hey, you know what? Get the fuck off my doorstep.
You know,
like
the extremists... the extremists always argue the point that our God is the only God.
Yeah.
Okay? There is no other God. And it's funny you bring that up about Buddhists because I always hit them with that one.
Yeah.
There's been a few people that, try to recruit me into the gang, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always tell them, look, I'm not following your religion. I don't see the point for me to believe in that. And they try to let me open up page
yeah, right.
1003 and let me tell you why. And I'm like, nah, put that down. Let me first of all, let me hit you with some, with a historical fact, supposedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, first of all, before this religion was built, there was another religion that spoke about this similar story here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that religion or that following came from the other side of the world that never met this side of the world.
Yeah.
Okay? They never heard about what you're studying now, and they existed way before what you're studying now. Okay?
Yep.
So explain to me how, if your God is the only God, and those people exist in that culture or that civilization existed before this one, how's your God the only God? Oh, our God died for our sins.
What the fuck does that have to do with what I just asked you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They just regurgitate the shit that's in their...
Wait, it says here that, listen.
Yeah.
And they flipping pages. Listen.
Yeah.
So, they could never answer that question.
Yeah. Because they can't. Because it goes back to rationality. It goes back to... I hit him one time with the bullshit, too. I was like, hey, are there dinosaurs in the Bible? And they'd be like, nah. I'd be like, you sure there ain't no dinosaurs in the Bible? No. I go, then how the fuck are those cars running out there if they're running on fossil fuels? Oh, what the fuck? They had no idea what to answer. That shit was fucking funny as shit.
Yeah, that will kick them in the ass.
Yeah, dude.
All the time.
There's no rationality. It's just read, regurgitate, read, regurgitate, read, regurgitate. And then they get awarded when they go back and, oh yeah, I spoke to this many people today and, I have these meetings and blah, blah, blah and this and that. And it's like, oh, Juan, man, first you got to give money to the church and then we'll, go ahead and celebrate for you. You know what I mean?
That in itself, bro. First of all, the only day that counts for you to go to church,
just in
supposedly, right?
Yeah, just in Catholicism, Christianity.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Right? Sunday.
Because the Islam folks they worship like 5 times a day, and they do that shit. Oh, that shit is heavy. That's a whole other conversation. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh man, so Sunday is the day, right? And
worship the sun. And
Sunday is a day where, it's the fuck. I mean, we're gonna
Son of God.
We're getting real. If we want to get deep and get into numbers and mythology and blah blah blah, whatever,
Not only that,
all those theories, but Sunday is if you just break the word down itself, is a sun. It's sun and is a sunny day. Is a day, and besides that, there's a fucking way deeper. There's a way profound.
From my understanding, the first origins of it was in an Egyptian story, and it was the sun used to rise and battle the good and light. The sun used to rise in the sky and battle the dark and drive it away, and then the dark would come and win for the night and drive the sun away, and that was the rotation of the earth around the sun and all that shit, and people started interpreting this shit as 2 gods, and sun represented good because
it represented good, but it also, man, not to go too deep, but every time you finish a prayer in the Christianity or Catholicism, you ended with amen.
Do you guys know what amen means?
There was a ruler in Egyptian times that was called Amen Ra.
Amen Ra.
And he was the son of God.
Yes.
He was the son of God. And this is basic.
What the fuck does an Egyptian word have to do with anything that's coming from the Torah, that's coming from Christianity, that's coming from, because I don't think it's just Christians and Catholics that say it. I think it's also, well, okay, any denomination worshiping Christ. I think that
the
I
Jewish,
could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not positive, but I don't know who else says that.
I'm not positive either, but
what the fuck does amen have to do with? It's supposed to come from Latin and Arabic and all this other fucking languages. And what the fuck does an Egyptian word? We need to look that up. Hey, people, you know what? If you guys have some sort of answer, leave it in the comments. Let us know. You know, we're not educated over here. We've been doing drugs for a lifetime, and we've been drinking very heavily tonight. And you know, we need to find out. We need enlightenment.
I mean, we're naked in a fucking room. We're not wearing clothes. First of all.
Oh man!
You can't see us, but we're crossing legs with each other. I'm sitting in a stool. He's sitting in a fucking grandpa chair,
in a rocking chair,
and we're playing toe grab.
Oh man!
You know, so, and it's
hey, and we'll have video of it soon.
It's 3:55 a.m. You know.
Yeah, we about to go pick up. Nah, I mean. All right, let's call it time out because I gotta refill and I gotta drain.
But
all that good shit.
Fuck y'all.